Anthony's exercise. So we spine extension, isometric hold with some oscillations. Hence calling it Anthony's exercise, because we made it originally for Anthony. Anyway, all I've got here obviously is a band in front of me. What I want to do is I want to get my lumbar spine into extension. So all I'm going to do is I'm going to step away. Obviously I've got the band. I'm going to hinge over just a little bit, just so that when I extend, my lumbar spine is pretty well sort of vertical here. So I'm just going to get into a little bit of extension. Once I get into extension, I'm going to contract that tissue. Now for Anthony, what we did is we got into as much extension as we could, because we're teaching this tissue to actually work properly in extension. The second person to get this was Adam, and it was a bit of a different story. We don't want him getting into full extension because that was exacerbating some things, some facet joints and whatnot in the spine. So with him, what we did is we're just getting into a little bit of extension and contracting rather than going all the way. So obviously, you'll know what you're doing. But assuming you're the Anthony, you're going to come back, you're going to get, just so you've got the band, pull into extension, you're going to contract that tissue, feel that contraction of the tissue as I now just pull the band towards me really slowly. What I'm trying to feel is this tissue stiffening to absorb the force. The connective tissue there, stretch stiffening to absorb the force. Now, if I do this and I don't have this part contracted in the first place, what will happen is just my entire sort of posterior core will sort of contract. The natural inclination here, and if you do it, will make this whole thing completely just a waste of time, is the natural inclination for your body is as you do this, your body just kind of leans back. Because if it leans back, it requires no energy. It doesn't really need contraction. So what we want to do is we're going to get into this position, extend through the spine, contract that tissue, and we're going to contract our entire body to make sure we don't move, but really accentuate that, and then pull in, and then just feel that stretch stiffening of that tissue. So whether you're doing it at maximal extension or just a little bit of extension, obviously you'll know. So yeah, that's it. Pull into extension and then hold. You'll probably be doing this for reps. You'll probably be doing sort of 4 to 5 second holds. Let go, just re-engage, contract again, pull. What you can then play around with as you go if you want is actually just doing slightly faster ones as you progress, but not when you start, because we want to make sure that we're feeling that tissue on. Good. Then let go. You might need a bit of a rest. That's fine. Come back. Boom. What you'll be doing is getting up to about 2 minutes worth of work. So if you're doing sort of 4 to 5 second reps, that'll be like 20 reps. Obviously the program will say, but that's it. The objective is contract, keep everything still, and then pull on the band really slowly so you get the feel of the sensation of that stretch stiffening of that tissue. I think that's it. Enjoy.